Hi, good afternoon, boys and girls. It's Miss Novella, and today we're going to review and talk about author's purpose. And I don't know if you remember, but an author is someone that writes a story, and they write for three different reasons. We call that PI. P is for persuading. That means they want you to get you to do something. I is for informing. They're giving you information. And E is for entertainment. And that's how we got the word pie. So authors write for three different reasons. So let's look at one of the reasons. So we said to persuade. Persuade means they want to be able to get you to do something. So if you look at this is a BJ's ad. It has lots of coupons in there. And it tells you all these great reasons why BJ is a good store to shop at. That's because they're trying to get you to go there. And if you look at these Lysol coupons, you'll see that it's showing that, if you use Lysol, things will be cleaner. You can see the little kid has something in his mouth because they use Lysol and they disinfect it. That's because Lysol wants you to buy their product. When you're driving on 95 with your parents, you might see those like big advertisements or bulletin boards. They're persuading you. They're trying to get you to do something. The next thing that authors write for is to inform. And that means to give you information, to give you facts. And usually you're going to find that in like newspapers or encyclopedias or even nonfiction books. Like here's one about rainforest animals. And this is a nonfiction book. I know that because it has headings, it has captions, it has pictures of real things. It has a glossary in the back. It has an index. So I know that this is a nonfiction text. Here's another example of nonfiction that has pictures and it has diagrams, as you can see. So I know that this is also an informational text. Authors write to inform, to give you information, but then they write to make you laugh and to make you cry. One example to entertain is Aliens in Underpants Save the World. Of course, this is a fiction story, boys and girls. It's going to make you laugh, maybe even make you laugh so hard you cry. And then here's another example, Atlantis SquarePantis. So authors write for three different reasons, boys and girls, and that is to persuade, to inform, and to entertain. And today we're going to read a story, and I'm going to get there for you, boys and girls. And the story we're going to read today is Where Does Food Come From? And it's written by the author, Shelly Rotner and Gary Goss. And its photographs are by Shelly Rotner as well. So Shelly not only wrote this book, but she also took the real life photos for it. This is an informational text. So it's going to give you information, facts, photographs that are real. So let's take a look at the story. Cocoa beans are seeds. They grow on cocoa trees. Chocolate is made by crushing and cooking cocoa beans. Hot cocoa is made from chocolate. And I brought a little example right here. This is actually cocoa, boys and girls, and you can see it's like a powder substance. This does not taste good, not unless you add like sugar and cream to it. But that's where cocoa looks like when it's crushed. Apples are fruits that grow on trees. An apple is picked right off the tree. Apple juice is made by pressing the juice from the apples. And Miss Lavelle also, I brought a red apple because they're my favorite. I love to eat my apples with peanut butter. They have green in here. So there's all different types of apples that you can have. That little girl looks very happy. Potatoes are vegetables. These vegetables grow under the ground. French fries are made from potatoes. So are potato chips. So here's a potato. And a long, long time ago, George Crumb actually invented the potato chip by making his French fries too crispy. So here's a potato, and you get French fries from it. You can get hash browns, mashed potatoes. So they're telling you all the great things that come from potatoes. Wheat is a grain that grows in fields. Flour can be made by crushing the wheat. Bread is made from flour. And I actually brought some bread in here. And it's actually honey wheat bread. One of my favorite. My kids don't eat anything else. She looks like she's happy. Rice is a grain. It grows in wet fields called paddies. Rice that you eat is made by cooking the grain. So the little boy's eating some rice there. Sometimes you might like it with butter or soy sauce. Corn is a grain that grows in fields. Popcorn is made from corn. First you heat it, then it pops. How do you think the little girl's feeling in this picture? I think she's happy too. I can tell by her smile on her face here and her smile there. And she's eating two different things. So the one thing the little girl is eating, she's actually eating regular corn, but she's eating it on the cob. And then the other little girl is eating popcorn. And this is one of my favorite. It's Blasto butter. It's got tons of butter in it. Milk comes from cows, or sometimes from goats. Butter, cheese, and ice cream are made from milk. So I brought in an example of some milk, some chocolate milk. I have here one of my favorite cheeses I like to eat. And again, it comes from cows, and sometimes it comes from goats. The eggs you eat are laid by hens. The hens live on farms. There are many ways to cook eggs. Right here, boys and girls, that picture is like over easy eggs. That's where you can like dip your toast in it and the yolk is still like mushy and liquidy. Miss Isabella likes to eat hers hard boiled. And last night we made some decorative eggs last night. So we made the earth. So we made a bunch of different eggs last night because we like to eat ours hard boiled and for Easter. Tomatoes grow on vines. Ketchup is made from tomatoes. And you can see right here, boys and girls, if you look at the bottle closely, you can actually see a tomato on there. I wonder why they did that. I think it's to tell you that this ketchup is made from that tomato. Honey is made by bees. They bring the nectar of flowers to the hive. Maple syrup is made from sap. The sap drips from the maple trees. One thing we had this morning was we did have syrup because we made pancakes this morning. One of my favorite things for breakfast. Where does your favorite food come from? Well, it looks like this little boy's eating a banana. They're eating a popsicle, some bread that looks like a sandwich of some sort. Where does your favorite food come from? Something to think about. My favorite food comes from a bunch of different things because I like pizza. So I like the cheese, the sauce, and the bread. All right, so we're going to recap. We talked about author's purpose, and authors write for 3 different things: to persuade, to get you to do something, to inform, to give you information, and to entertain you. So I'm going to read 3 little passages as a little review, and then we're going to do a short little PowerPoint to see if you got it. Okay. Skittles are the best candy ever made. Some are sweet and some are sour. They come in many beautiful colors. You should go out and buy some right now. I wonder what the author was trying to do there. Were they trying to get me to do something? Give me information? Or make me laugh or cry? Well, I don't know. After reading this, I want to go out and buy some Skittles. So this author, boys and girls, they wrote to persuade me to do something. The next one I'm going to read. Ready? Tom is a funny cat. He likes to sing and dance all day long. He likes to wear his favorite purple hat. Well, it didn't really give me any facts about anything. It talked about a cat who likes to sing and dance. That's pretty funny. So I think this author wrote to entertain me. The last passage I have, apples grow on trees. Some apples are red, some apples are green. Red. People use apples to make apple pie or applesauce. Apples are a healthy fruit. Well, they gave me a lot of information in this, so it's a lot of facts. So I'm going to say this author wrote to inform. So today, boys and girls, we learned that authors write for 3 reasons. They write to persuade, inform, and entertain. And now we're going to take a short little quiz. I don't know if you can see it. I'm going to point my screen down. Hopefully you can see it. Good. All right, and we're going to get started, and let's see how you do on here. Okay, so author's purpose. Let's see how you do recognizing the author's purpose for writing. Todd was in his basement. He was searching everywhere for his sled. Across town, Benny was in his attic. He was searching too. It was time for one more of Todd and Benny's contest. This time, the winner would be first to make sled tracks down the big hill. Todd planned to be first. So did Benny. So I wonder why this author wrote this story. Well, was it to give you information? Did it persuade you to do something? Or was it just a fun story to listen to? If you said entertain, boys and girls, let's see if you were right. Great job, you did it. So it says the author wants to do what? Describe a snowy day? Well, they didn't really talk about the snow in this. Explain how to use a sled? They didn't tell us how to use a sled, but they did tell us about a winter contest between two boys. Vote for Carl for class president. Carl is a leader. Last year in 4th grade, he was a great vice president. This year, he volunteers to help the after-school clubs. He will do great things for our class. Carl promises much more school dances and better choices at lunch. So vote for Carl for class president. What is the author's purpose for writing? Were they informing you about something? Persuading you, trying to get you to do something? Or entertaining you with a story? Let's see. You're right. They were writing to persuade you. So the author tried to persuade us to vote for Carl by telling about his accomplishments and promises, his grades and behavior, or family and friends. When someone persuades you to do something, boys and girls, they're trying to tell you things that they'll do, like promises and accomplishments that they have. So let's see if we're right there. Great job. And the last one we're going to talk about. First, turn up the hem and press it into place. Then turn under a small edge on the inside of the hem. Press that too. Next, pin the hem in place. Then thread a needle. Sew the hem in place. Use longer stitches on the inside and smaller stitches on the outside. That way, the stitches will barely show. Why do you think the author wrote this story? To inform you? To give you information about something? To persuade you? Or to entertain you? I think they were giving us information on how to actually knit and make a hem. Great job. Awesome work today, boys and girls. So, remember, when an author writes a story, they always write for 3 different reasons. They can either write to persuade you to get you to do something, they can write to inform, to give you information or facts, or they can write to entertain. So thanks for joining me, boys and girls. Today's lesson was on author's purpose. Have a great day.